Hey guys, we're checking out a cool Tesla accessory. This is kind of like one of the basic things you need to get for your car when you order it. Whether you buy a new or a used one, you're going to want to look at this accessory. So let's take a look at this. So this is the portable mobile charger for a Tesla. Now it comes with the NACS. This is the Tesla plug. So this one's specifically for Tesla. Now non-Tesla can use this with the adapter to their car. But it does have this already included. It's got a nice 25 feet of cable all wrapped up here. It's got some nice straps. And then this is just going to plug into a NEMA 1450 outlet, which I have in my garage, and we're going to test this out. So if you get a Tesla, get your electrician to wire you a plug for the NEMA 1450, because this is going to be a very versatile plug that you can use with this. Now, because this just plugs into the wall, it's not hardwired. The nice thing about this is it can be your home charging solution, as well as your on-the-go kind of backup charging solution as well, which is nice to have in your car in case you ever need to plug in. It also is going to have this level 1 charging adapter. So this is going to plug right into this plug right here. And now you can plug this into a regular outlet, a 15 amp or a 20 amp regular household outlet, and you can charge your car. Now it's going to charge very slowly, but it is nice to have this option. Like if you're traveling, you're staying at a house somewhere, you can plug in, or on the road, and really in an emergency type of a situation, you can plug in your car and at least get kind of a trickle charge on the battery. And then when you're not using this, you can just disconnect this. It comes with a nice padded bag. It's got nice handles to it, and really easy to get in and out of this bag. So this bag, you can keep this charger in when you're traveling, put it down here in the sub-trunk area. You can keep it on the sides or even put it up in your front trunk. And then a few other accessories that we have. This is going to be a little cradle that we can install on the wall, and this part here is just it's kind of like a way to hold this. So that way all the weight of this portion here is not going to be resting on the plug. It's going to be held on by the wall. So you can install that around where your plug is. And then I like that there's also another adapter that we're going to install on the wall. On the bottom of these plugs, there's just a little notch, and then inside of this is a little hook, and it's just going to hold your plug on the wall, so that way the plug's not on the ground, it's not going to get damaged. And the compatibility with Tesla is very seamless. It has the button. This is very comparable to the Tesla mobile connector that they sell. The nice thing with this one is it's much cheaper, and you're going to get the same functionality of it. So you push the button when it's plugged in, it's going to open the door. It's going to communicate with the charging port. So you push the button, it's going to open the door. And I like that it has a little rubber cover to help keep water, dirt, debris out of your charging plug. And for electrical safety standards, it carries the ETL certification. I am going to install this little holder. I'm going to put it on the edge here. You can do it wherever you want, obviously. I just do this on my board here. We're just going to see how this fits here. So after you get this mounted, you can choose a location for the plug holders. So our plug handle is just going to be able to rest right in here. It can just sit right there. And then also it has the ability we can rest the cord around this as well. So it provides not only a place to hold the plug, but also a place to hold all the excess cord when you're not using it. We just want to find the EVDANCE app in the App Store. Now after you create an account, it's going to ask you to use Bluetooth from your phone, and we're going to allow notifications. Now we're going to go to Add Charger. It's going to sense the charger. We'll allow it to use our camera. Scan the QR code on the charger. So you can you can scan this code right here, or there's actually one on the charger itself, and then there's a PIN number. So that PIN code there, we're going to type that in. It's also on the charger in case you lose the instruction manual. And once you put in the serial number and the PIN number, it's going to connect via Bluetooth. Once it's connected via Bluetooth, then we're going to add our Wi-Fi network. So this screen, I'm just confirming my maximum current, which is going to be 40 amps. And then here, I'm connecting to the charger, and this is going to show me some of the same stats that I can see on the screen right here. So I can see my voltage, the power, the energy. This is during my charging session, the duration of the charging session, and the temperature. Touch on current. We can throttle that down to different amperages. Down here on plan, this is when we can schedule, we can do delayed stop or delayed start. So there is some planning sessions. And then here on our account, we can see our charging record. There's some settings. On the screen, the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth symbols are now green. That means I'm connected to that. So now this is ready to plug into the car. So let's plug it into the car. We're going to test it out All right, we do have a nice long 25-foot cord, so this can stretch to really a lot of parts of my garage here. If I push the button, it opens up just like the Tesla charger does, so it communicates very easily. And when we have a white signal, we can plug in. So when we're flashing green here on the car, that means we're charging. And then also over here on the wall, when this also flashes green, so it kind of matches the same symbols that the car has with the green pulsating light here showing us that we're charging. The screen here on Teslas, you can actually change your amperage right here because the chargers are actually on board the car, and you can adjust that amperage here. So if we can do a maximum of 40, or we can do 32 amps. 32 amps is a little safer just because it's 80% of the 40 amp maximum. But the breaker that I have this plugged into is a 50 amp breaker. And then we can see right here, so this is at 40 amps. We're going 35 miles in an hour, which is pretty fast. That's more than I would need to charge overnight. So in 10 hours, that would be 350 miles of charge. So I wouldn't need that in a day. So if I just did 32 amps, let's see what that gives us. It's the charging rate. So I throttled it down to 32 amps. That's still giving us 27 miles an hour, 28 miles about. So that's still quite a bit. So in 10 hours, that's 280 miles. So if you're driving 280 miles or less, this is sufficient. So this is a great charging solution for overnight charging, even if you do have long commutes and a lot of drive time. Okay, on our charging screen here, we can change our amperage here. It shows us our temperature. We've got our amps, shows how long it's been charging, our kilowatts. So you have all the info here on the screen. You also have similar information right here on your phone, on the app as well. It shows that it's charging, what the amperage is, so we can change that. The temperature in both Celsius and Fahrenheit, the energy, voltage. So you have all that information there, and you can just slide this to stop charging if you want right here on the app. The nice thing that having this type of charging connection is I had to use this for about a week when I first bought my Tesla because it took an electrician about a week to get out here to install my plug. So this is a great kind of temporary solution. Or if you don't drive a lot, let's say if you drive under 30 miles a day or 40 miles a day, you could probably get 30, 40 miles over a 12-hour period overnight. So you see how this is charging at 12 amps. Well, this is a 15 amp outlet, and it's only allowing 80% of that, which is the safe way to charge. You don't want to charge at 15 amps. It would actually trip the breaker. So 12 amps is the max that we can charge at that. And let's go into the car and see what our charging rate is at 12 amps. Okay, so here in the car, it automatically kind of reads that it's only charging at 12 amps. And that's our maximum. We can't increase that. And then we can see over here our charging stats. Now we can see here I'm charging at 12 amps right there, 120 volts. And I have my charge limit set to 88%, and I'm currently at 78%. So to get from 78 to 88, about 4 hours. So to get 10% every 4 hours. You're leaving this plugged in overnight, and this is all you have to charge in. It's actually great for a pinch. If you're staying somewhere, you're renting a house, you're staying with someone, you can plug into the regular household outlet, and you'd get, probably 30 to 45 miles overnight, and that's going to help recharge the battery a little bit to get to a supercharger or fast charger. I always like to have one of these in my car when I'm traveling, like if I'm going out of town, doing a road trip. I like having this just in case I need to plug in somewhere. Now, you don't need it on the Tesla supercharging network. They have their own plugs, but if you're staying somewhere or if you're in a pinch and you just need to plug into a regular outlet, you have this and you can get power into your car. So this gets into this bag really easily, like that. It's nice and padded. And this sub-trunk area in the back is a great place for this. You can just fit down here. We have it in case we need it. And then when we're back home, we can just keep charging the car with it. Guys, this is a great charging solution. Get you one of these. Most cars are not going to come with these or any kind of charging equipment. So this is a very affordable one. This is almost 30% less than the Tesla one. I like that it has the screen, the app functionality, the level 1 and level 2 charging ability, so you can charge in multiple plugs, multiple outlets. And I like that it's portable, so you can just throw this in the car, take it with you when you need to, or leave it at home when you're charging at home on a regular basis. So guys, big shout out to EVDANCE for partnering with us on this video. Be sure to see the link to this down below. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.